So basically, what we do, we take that our hash, it should be already on IPFS. We get that hash. First, we pay the submit fee to submit a project. Then we're proposing to the DAO to fund this project. Then we are going to make vote with this proposal ID. We're making our votes. We have to make votes in that proposing time, which is 50 blocks for our demo. We're casting with proposal ID and the vote. 0 for against, 1 for. We make our votes. Let's see on the contract. Say we paid our submit fee, we proposed, our two accounts make votes, and on events, we can see events of broadcast, our three accounts as vote. And this is our proposal created event. With this event, we can see the end of the proposing and also proposal details. So we have to wait for this block. Which is, we have 20 blocks. You're still here, right? No, okay. Okay. Now we have to wait. So see, I was talking about this. It's 5 seconds, right? 5 seconds right now, but sometimes it's 10 seconds for every block. Uh, 619 9 blocks. I didn't mention before, for make votes, you have to delegate yourself. So it doesn't enough when you have these QFT tokens. Let's say you buy some of these tokens and you have to come and you have to call that delegate function, which is not on this contract. It's on the token contract. This is our QFT token contract. So we should have a button for this on the UI. So you have to call this delegate function. You just give your address, your own address. Let's say, let's connect. I already did it, but you have to do also. Just connect your wallet, take your address, and delegate. Yes. Without delegation, you don't have voting power. You have tokens, but you will have zero voting power. Okay, this is the contract site I will send you right now. Token contract. So let's check the block time. It's probably passed. So the proposal is finished. So you can make votes right now. It is what it is. It's finished. Let's check on here. We probably can't see it right now. Yeah, we still don't see it. Okay. So we are going to we make our proposal. We voted. Now it's time to queue and execute. The queuing, queued, now executing. Okay, we executed. Now we should able to see this probably will fail because there's no data with that hash. Yeah, it's failed. Okay, it's trying to fetch. It will not fetch. Okay, let's see on the backend. What was the So you can see also in the contract queue and execute functions transactions, and we also have this event. It says project cost to funding with that project ID, which is 6. Project ID 6 now can be found by anyone. So let's check what can we do with that information. We can see the project status, which is 0 right now. I can explain. 0 means it's on processing. So you can fund. 1 is success, it's successful funded. 2 is failed, 3 is cancelled. DAO can cancel this any funding if it's necessary, but only DAO can do that. We can see what is the balance of project. With that project ID, which is 0 right now, because nobody funded. Funding call amount, this much way. We can see the original hash. With hash, I can see the project ID. We have get project. Oh, this is because of the. Never mind. This is UI mistake. I can see as a project is really approved by DAO. See, this is true. So this approved by DAO means it can be found by anyone. Let's check 7. So it's false. You can fund this. We can see which is funded or not. I can check for any project owner is enters pay or not. If you didn't pay, you can't propose anything. I can see this is the UI error again. You can see the percentage, how much DAO will get from raised fund 10%. This is our entrance fee in way again. This is our funding array. We can check every funders when they fund, how much they fund. We can check it from here from this variable. We can get last project ID, how much project has already passed the DAO. These are our view functions. Founder, I can see any founder balance. How much did you fund to a project? Let's say project 6. I can see how much I fund to this project. I can give my address and I can see which projects I did fund. With this function, I can see how much time to left to finish the funding. See, this is say it's what? Hang on. Okay, first one, yeah. First one is how much time left in blocks. This is the which blocks we add. No, hang on. This is the how much time to fund. Oh, my brain melting. Check that time. So this is the project timing goal. And this is how much left. Okay. This is the how much left, how many blocks to left to fund. This is the how much block they want to fund, able to fund. So let's say he wants to 10 days. This is the 10 days. After 1 day, this will be 9. This will be still 10. So 9 days left, and he asked for 10 days. This is what we get from it. We can see which vote we did on by giving our address and block number. Uh, these are not that important. I can see which did I vote it or not. We can see proposal votes. We can give the proposal ID and we can see what are the votes. So let's check our last proposals. This was our proposal ID. We can see how many votes against, how many votes for. These are all coming with that Open Zeppelin governance contract. Also, what we left. We can also put some delay on thing. So we don't need in our app. So let's say when you put something to vote and you want to give time people to decide before the voting. This is that we putting 0 because our time will be not that short. It will be take weeks and months probably. So we don't need 1 or 10 block waiting. This is our chain keeper. See, Oh, we didn't found because, okay. So let's check our proposal, what's going on there. See, see this event? We give it 300 seconds, which 5 minutes. We didn't find anything. So here, let me show on the code. All our DAO do is just calling this approve funding by DAO function by giving the all data provided by IPFS and funding goal amount, time, and some index. This is not that important. So first we checking there is interest fees paid. Then we are recording every data from these. We can record we can change this project status to on progress. We recording time, funding all amount, project ID to hashed project ID. Also, we are recording what is the owner address, and we changing this approval DAO to true, and is funding to true. So after this, we're emitting this event. So on funding part, we have this is approved by DAO modifier, which is just checking is this function is approved by DAO or not. If it's approved, you can fund. When you fund, we just recording the data, who you are, how much did you fund, and which project. We are recording that project value, so we can just calling this mapping, and we can see the what's the project funds. Okay, so people can fund what on the chain link. So we have this checkup key function, which is what is calling this. This will call the chain link when this upkeep needed function will return true. This is the important part. What this function do, this is checking all our projects to is it time to finish funding or not. So let's say R1 first project. First of all, it's checking this is funding mapping, so we don't spend more time on the calculate these. Just I need to check is it fundable or not. So is it fundable? Okay, let's check is time passed. If time passed, then we are setting this upkeep needed to true with this perform data, which is the project index, the project ID. So when it's time for every project, so let's say we have 5 projects, 4 of them hasn't done the funding time, but just one. This will always continuously check all the projects for the done that timing. So when this return true, this upkeep needed, Chainlink node will call this perform upkeep function in our contract. So first of all, we check this variable. So normally this is external function. Anybody could call it. You can call it if you want, but we are checking is the caller is chaining node or not. So if it's okay, we continue. we continue to, which we are checking to our project fund goal reach or not. If it's reached, we are setting the project status to success and we cut our fee to DAO. Then we are sending all money, all remaining money to the project owner who owns this project. And we are emitting an event project successfully funded with that project ID. If it's failed, if there's no enough money raised, we will set that project status to failed. So no transaction here, just sending this variable to failed. So if we successfully fund, you don't have to do anything. Project owner would get money. But if it's failed as an investor, you should able to get money back, right? So this button, this function will be available for that. If project failed or canceled, you can ask your money with that project ID. But you have to call this withdraw fund function. I think that's it. Now let me show you through another submitting. So let's something submit. I'm just randomly change this so it's easy to test with this way. So let's try to submit with this hash. We are pretending to upload this data to IPFS. We can upload, but no need. So we paid our submission fee. We're proposing our project with this hash, which we are assuming it's already been on IPFS. Now, with this submission, this proposal idea, we're making votes for it. See, these are all coming from MetaMask. These are all coming from here. Let's see, for example, account 2. You can see previous votings. Okay, we make our vote. Let's check what happened on the contract. So first of all, as we speak, we paid our submit fee, and then we propose our project. And with that, we also emit this event proposal credit, which is come with that Open Zeppelin governance contract. We have to wait for this block to end this proposal. So meanwhile, let me show you last upkeep from here. So this is right now our last upkeep. We have to wait for this block. Okay. Now our proposal has finished, so we can call this Q and execute function. Anybody can call this function. Just someone has to call this. Execute, executing, and execute. Now we can fund this project, which project ID 7. Let's fund. So I also have this fund function, fund test. I'm funding this with 0.05 Malik. Which I didn't give the correct project ID, it's reverted. So project ID 7. For the investment, we got this much Matic. After the investment, we got this much Matic. So we fund the project. Let's check what is the status of this project on the contract. Our project ID was 7. Let's first try to see what's the project status. It's 0. 0 means it's on progress, so anybody can still fund it. We can see the how much money raised right now. This much Matic in way raised. We can see our goal, which is already over. We already overfund this project, so it should pass. Of course, I can see, is it approved? Which after fund finished, these are going to false. So that checkup key function, when it's false, this checkup key function will not calculate all this timing stuff. Just so it just rapidly check this one Boolean variable. So we have to wait to see some here. We have to wait 300 seconds, 5 minutes here. Remember, check this. This is the last perform upkeep. It will another here. It will be. Let's check how much time left, how much block left funding. We can see it. um, time left function. Let's say 7. So we ask 300 seconds and we still have to this much to wait. Also, let's check our funds. What are the funds? So this was our investor, and this was our project owner. As we have, see, first let's check that 300 times left, 300 seconds left, and we indeed see this project successful or funded event. So this means our project successfully funded. And this is our checkup key function. This is how it works. So when this checkup key continues to check the project fund is already finished or not, found that time, that project, call this function on chain, checked if it's enough phrase or not. If enough phrase, it sent the money to the project owner. Let's see the project owner. See, 1 minute ago, you can see in the transactions, you have to check this internal transactions. 1 minute ago, it came from this account, which is our DAO account, our funding account contract, our DAO contract. Send the money to the project owner. And we can also see when we refresh this, can we see that? 2 minutes ago, we sent our money to this project owner. We can also see on this DAO contract. And we have we should definitely sell this testing part with this coverage. Maybe you shouldn't, or you can, but you can show this coverage file how much our tests covered this. It's basically the same tests. Check for the